I'm still going to keep showing up because people don't understand. We don't understand the opposite sex. You know, if you were, you can say you were Christian, but you were trying to do it on your own. That has always been a really tough balance because we have to, consult God, but then we have to take actions, and he doesn't automatically tell us what to do. It's up to us to learn what we need to learn. But so many times it's not even an option. Nobody sits down and says, let me tell you about boys. Let me tell you what they're like. Honestly, I don't know that there are that many people who know what experience is like for a boy and what they want and how they think, what they feel. And so we just make our choices based on how we feel, and we miss the whole picture, which is really a lot of the topic for today. And when you talk about last night blowing up, you got to look at whose behavior was not helpful. And when you look at that, then you've got multiple places where you could intervene. And the most likely person to intervene in that situation would have been you. And that is to, like I said in the video that I posted on Wednesday, was that you want to recognize that you're feeling something. Do that 5-step process. Recognize that you're feeling something. What are you feeling? And what do you need? And when he came in the door, instead of continuing to eat or whatever it was you were doing, stop and take 2 minutes, literally 2 minutes. Go to where your husband is as he comes in the door, make eye contact with him, smile, let him know you're glad to see him. Hug him, kiss him, whatever it is that he likes to be greeted. And then tell him what you need. I'm exhausted. Everybody's been going crazy. It would mean a lot to me if I could just eat my dinner. And then tell him what he needs to do. Can you go start putting the kids down to bed? Now, that little 2 minutes could have made a huge difference. 9 times out of 10, when we do the things that we need to do in the relationship, we get a positive response from the husband. We get stuck in that if only he, if only he read your mind is really what you were doing. Can't he just see how tired I am? Doesn't he know it's bedtime? Yeah. And when you do a rapid fire thing and you do it after he's already screwed it up, then all he knows is he's in trouble and you're going crazy. So he puts his defenses up to be able to handle the attack. It doesn't help you connect. But literally 2 minutes to make a connection and ask for what you need, always with touch, with some affection, so that he knows you're asking him because you need him, not because he's a screw up. What a man thinks needs to happen with kids is very often very different. So you just tell him what you need. Tell him it would mean a lot to me if you would, take the kids and go start putting them down while I finish my dinner. And, look him in the eye. Men are so eager to please. You don't have a husband who's not available. He just doesn't always know what it is that you need and want. So don't shout it at him. Don't turn into a machine gun of demands and things that you've done wrong. And why didn't you? And I can't believe that you, and all of those things. And instead just go, it would really mean a lot to me if you would do this. I've heard stories over and over again about women who get frustrated with their husbands. I mean, there's even sitcoms about this where, husbands will walk over dirty socks in the middle of the bedroom floor for a week, and women get really mad. Why doesn't he pick them up and put them in the hamper? Well, because he doesn't think about socks on the floor. His mind is focused on something else. It's not even on his radar. It's not that he's inconsiderate or he's stupid or he's a slob. It's that he's focused on other things. Men and women focus on different things. So if the socks are in the middle of the floor, simplest thing to do is pick them up and put them in the hamper. And at the same time, think, I wonder what he's thinking about. He must have his mind on a lot of stuff. Now we're back to that idea of, what is his experience? As I remember, your husband's trying to do multiple businesses. That takes a lot of bandwidth. And then on top of that, you expect him to think like a woman. Instead, wouldn't it be easier just to give him some affection, some touch, some affirmation, let him know you're glad he's there because you like him, not because he's going to come and rescue you from the crazy kids, but that you're glad to see him. And then give him something specific. Doesn't have to be long and detailed. You have to be more intentional.